Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Jeff again with some horseback wisdom. So I wanted to read something quickly to you this morning, and I think has a lot of relevance for our world today. So when Jesus came to the earth, we know that he was born and he was accused of crimes falsely. The Bible says that he who knew no sin became sin for us. But the Jewish religious leaders wanted him dead because he threatened their economic and social order. But they didn't have any power to hurt him because Rome was the worldly power at that time, and no one could punish or harm someone unless they got the permission of the Romans. So it's in the Gospel of Matthew. There's an interesting passage, and this is actually historically, if you want to go and look at the historical records regarding Governor Pontius Pilate, you can do that. But so in chapter 27, it says that the priests went at night and captured Jesus, and they brought him before the Roman governor Pontius Pilate. And they said that... they brought him there and they said that Jesus was their enemy, and they wanted Pilate to order him executed. So here's what Pilate said. Now at the feast, the governor was accustomed to release for the crowd any one prisoner whom they wanted. And they had then a notorious prisoner named Barabbas, who was a murderer and an insurrectionist. So when they gathered, the governor Pilate said to them, "Who do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called the Christ?" For he knew that it was out of envy that they had delivered Jesus to him. And besides, this is the part I want you to hear, while he was sitting on his judgment seat, his wife sent word to him saying, "Have nothing to do with this righteous man, for I have suffered much over him today in a dream." Now, sadly, or wonderfully for us, Pilate didn't heed his wife's admonition. And historically, we know that Pilate got his job because of his wife, because she was the granddaughter of Augustus Caesar. So, the whole point of me talking about this is, Pontius Pilate was not, there were no Christians yet because Jesus had not yet been crucified and resurrected from the dead. But he was a teacher, a rabbi, and he was still the Son of God, and he had many followers. But certainly Pontius Pilate nor his wife were among them. But his wife, Pontius Pilate's wife, received a dream from God, demonstrating to her that Jesus was a righteous man and that her husband should not do anything to him. History tells us that his wife, Claudia Procula, became a Christian after Jesus raised from the dead, and she became a great saint in the church and helped many women and children and gave her life in service to the Lord. But the point of this story is, she was not a follower of God, and she had this, God came to her in a dream. So what I'm going to tell you is, if you don't believe in God and you don't believe in Jesus, and you're searching the internet for reasons why you don't have to believe in God because you somehow know better, or the life you've chosen is somehow greater than what God could give you, remember that he will reach out to you. He'll reach out to everybody. When you have dreams that talk about the righteousness of Jesus, when you have dreams that give you great fear over what you're doing, I remember when I was living in horrible sin, and as a young man, or when I would be doing violent things or treating people badly before Jesus saved me, I would have terrible dreams. I'd have horrible, violent dreams. Those were a warning. They're not all from God, obviously. Some of them are, and they're a warning. Well, I want you to heed that warning the way that Pontius Pilate's wife eventually learned to heed that warning. He didn't heed the warning. but you should, because the time is short. It's not hard to see that history is winding down. And even if you're not a believer in God, you should be able to see that. There's some things coming that are going to be even more what the Germans would call fantastisch, which is not fantastic in the sense of the great tasting pizza you just got, but fantastic in the sense that you've never seen them before, and they're just incredible. And they're going to be there, and they're going to happen in the world to attempt to persuade you that God isn't real and that Jesus isn't real. I'm giving you this message so that you won't be fooled by that. But more importantly, talk to Jesus for yourself. And when you have those dreams that are frightening to you, that are scary, ask God to show you why you're having those dreams, and heed them, because they could be your last warning. I pray that you're blessed. I pray that you receive the love of Jesus and are filled with the love that he gives all of us, his children. Bye.